On March 1st, 2023, Tesla will hold an investor event where officially they will talk about long-term expansion plans, Gen 3 platform, capital allocation, and whatever else Elon wants to talk about. He's already tweeted out that he wants to provide an update to the master plan, which is a great opportunity to look back at Master Plan 1 and 2 to see what we can learn from them. And at the end of this video, I'm going to give you the 6th thing to look out for in Master Plan 3. So what better time to start thinking about a master plan? Elon Musk wrote the OG master plan way back in 2006. I'll put a link to it in the notes. At the time, Tesla was producing absolutely nothing. They were still developing the original Roadster, which is a Lotus Elise packed with an electric motor and laptop batteries. No autopilot, no big display, and that vehicle was still 2 years away from start of production. Now, in case you did not know, Elon did not start Tesla, but he did come in very early with a lot of money that he made from PayPal. Tesla Motors was incorporated July 1st, 2003 by Martin Eberhard and Mark Taperning. They wanted to start a car manufacturer that is also a tech company. They soon added a third employee, Ian Wright, and a major investor, Elon Musk, who purchased 6.5 million of the 7.5 million Series A funding the company raised in 2004. J.B. Straubel joined shortly afterwards. Legally, these 5 individuals can call themselves co-founders of Tesla, but only one of them knew how to promote this tech startup into a global phenom. On August 2nd, 2006, he wrote The Secret Tesla Motors Master Plan, just between you and me. Here are the key points. Although their first car would be a high-priced sports car, their long-term plan was to build affordable cars. Why? To help expedite the move from a mine and burn hydrocarbon economy towards a solar electric economy. The plan is to make a sports car designed to beat Porsche and Ferrari at speed and beat the Prius at efficiency. They need to start at the high end of the market to establish themselves, then move down to an affordable 4-door family car, priced about half the price of the Roadster, then make a third vehicle that was even more affordable. He was trying to make it clear that Tesla had aspirations to be a mainstream manufacturer of electric vehicles, not a low-volume producer of expensive toys. He also wanted to make it clear that anyone who buys an expensive Tesla Roadster is making an investment into their future for a high-volume lineup. Now, you're not making an investment where you get a share of the company. Oh, no. You're making an emotional investment to help transition away from burning hydrocarbons, and you get a sports car at the same time. He went on to address 2 common misbeliefs about electric vehicles, things we still hear people talking about today, that lithium-ion batteries are toxic or bad for the planet. You can check out some YouTube shorts I did on this subject. Lithium-ion batteries aren't perfect, but they will be recycled, and issues with the minerals that go into them are mostly exaggerated. And that EVs are no better for carbon emissions because electricity can come from coal or natural gas. He gives a very lengthy retort to that argument, and more recent studies have confirmed the benefits of electric vehicles. And at the very end, he throws in a mention about a co-marketing activity with photovoltaic company called SolarCity, for which he is also a principal financier. More about them later. So that was the original master plan from back in 2006. How did they do? If I were to give them a grade, I'd give them an A. They executed just like they wrote. Start off with a low-volume, high-cost sports car, then transition to a 4-door sedan that's more affordable, and then transition to an even more affordable vehicle. Now, you could argue that the X came in between the S and the 3, but, whatever. They executed their plan, and it worked. A decade later, in 2016, Musk wrote Master Plan Part 2. That's not me trying to be funny. That's Elon trying to be funny. In the post, he reflected back on the original master plan. He restated the need to transition away from fossil fuels and reduce carbon emissions. He also stated that it is not some silly hippie thing. It matters for everyone. To accelerate the transition to sustainable energy, he announced the following initiatives. SolarCity would merge into Tesla. That may sound like a corporate restructure, but he briefly explained the vision of a great owner experience where clean solar and energy storage could be brought to your house, and clean electric mobility brought to your garage by Tesla, all seamlessly by the same company. Tesla would further expand its lineup to cover major forms of terrestrial transport. The Model S and X were already in production. The Model 3 had been revealed a couple of months earlier, but not yet in production. A compact SUV, what we now know is the Model Y, and a pickup, we now know that as the Cybertruck, were specifically mentioned. It was also mentioned that the need for a vehicle lower cost than the Model 3 was unlikely. That's because Tesla's gigafactories are themselves a machine, a product capable of achieving huge levels of productivity improvement to increase production and reduce cost. He also mentioned heavy-duty trucks, we now know as the Tesla Semi, and high passenger density urban transport. This part has yet to happen. The last parts of Master Plan 2 are about autonomy and shared mobility. Tesla said they were releasing Autopilot Beta, which is now referred to as Full Self-Driving or FSD Beta. Elon Musk likes to make big promises on Twitter and on stage, but in this written master plan, his words sound a little more cautious. It is important to emphasize that refinement and validation of the software will take much longer than putting in place the cameras, radar, sonar, and computing hardware. Even once the software is highly refined and far better than the average human driver, there will still be a significant time gap, varying widely by jurisdiction, before true self-driving is approved by regulators. His goal was to get to the point where autopilot is approximately 10 times safer than the US vehicle average. The beta label will be removed. In short, Master Plan Part 2 wanted to create stunning solar roofs with seamlessly integrated battery storage, expand the electric vehicle production line to address all major segments, develop a self-driving capability that is 10 times safer than manual via massive fleet learning, and to enable your car to make money for you while you aren't using it. 7 years into Master Plan 2 and just days away from Master Plan 3, how are they doing? They had wanted to create stunning solar roofs, seamlessly integrated with battery storage. On this, the grades are kind of mixed. Battery storage has been a success, both residential power walls and megapacks for commercial and utility use. Their worst year during the pandemic, they grew over 30% year over year. Solar, on the other hand, has been kind of a disaster. Back in 2017, Tesla was tied for first in market share among residential solar companies. Now they're struggling to hang on to fourth place. The solar roof looks great, it's beautiful, but production has been a struggle and installation is complex. There are serious questions if Tesla is going to give up on this product. Tesla wanted to expand their lineup into every major segment. All the vehicles they mentioned in Master Plan 2 have come to fruition, except for the Robotaxi. So overall, I give this one an A-. When it comes to self-driving, there's two different stories. There's what Elon has put out in tweets and on stage. If you look at that, full self-driving has been a big disappointment. But if you go back to Master Plan 2 and how it was written out to the public, they've made significant progress towards that goal. So I will give them a C- in this area. There is a fleet out there, about 400,000 FSD beta drivers. They say that cumulatively, they've driven 100 million miles. That's impressive. But back in 2016, Elon estimated that 6 billion miles of driving would be required to gain worldwide self-driving approval. It's not clear if that number is just for individual beta customers. Does it also include Tesla fleet? And more recently, auto companies are using the metaverse to accelerate testing, using digital twins of vehicles and putting them through virtual simulations. Lastly, Tesla wanted to enable owners to send their cars out to do Ubering and ride sharing while they're not using them. In order to do that, you need full self-driving. So I'm just going to give this grade an incomplete for now. So that is the OG master plan from 2006, where Elon Musk sounded like Al Gore wanting to save the planet, and Master Plan Part 2 from 2016, where Elon Musk was seen as the next Steve Jobs. Now on March 1st, we are being promised Master Plan 3. And Elon is kind of like Harvey Dent, Two-Face from the Batman comics. Is he a hero or a villain? I'm not going to touch that. What I do want to talk about are things to look out for at the Investor Day event on March 1st. There are some obvious questions that should get answered, things like details of the Cybertruck, including price. FSD4 hardware has already been leaked. Let's make that official. An update on the Roadster, and where's the next Gigafactory location, or two. Master Plan 3 will guide the course of Tesla for the next decade. Here are my 6 things to look out for when it's revealed on March 1st. Number 1, Robotaxi and others. This is the exact phrase mentioned in their annual report. It's the biggest unanswered question from Master Plan 2. We know it's coming, but what does it look like? What cool features does it have? Whatever date they say it's coming by, I would be skeptical of. Lots of other companies are working on their robotaxi/people movers, and they are all behind from their initial projections. Autonomous driving is proving far more difficult than originally projected. Some companies have abandoned their original plans. Beyond that, what quote-unquote other vehicles might they be thinking of? The Inflation Reduction Act in the US provides large incentives for companies to electrify their fleet. Does Tesla want to get deeper into the commercial vehicle business, or are they happy selling high-margin vehicles to retail customers? Number 2, strategies to reduce costs. Master Plan 2 focused on productivity from the Gigafactory machine, promising that massive AI learning would drive down cost of the Model 3. It's also said that a smaller Tesla was probably not necessary because of the efficiencies that would be gained. We know Project Highland is near completion to reduce Model 3 costs. Rumors are that Giga Shanghai will shut down just before Investor Day to start making changes to the plant. What will the master plan say about achieving these cost reductions? Can they do it through machine learning and productivity improvements alone, or does it require a smaller platform for markets like China, India, and elsewhere? Another strategy could be more vertical integration. When it comes to batteries, the most expensive part of an EV, they rely on Panasonic and CATL as partners for battery technology. Tesla has been rumored to be looking at lithium miners to acquire one. China dominates the processing of battery minerals, not the actual mining of the minerals, but refining it and producing battery components like the cathode and anode. The new US law provides incentives to bring that to America. Could Tesla announce that it has been working on its own battery design, maybe solid state, and it's going to put everyone else out of business? Stay tuned for that. Number 3 is Gen 3 platform. We already know that Cybertruck has some significant advancements to its electrical architecture, being a 1,000-volt system. What else should we expect from the next gen? I think a lot of the advancements will tie back to the previous issue of cost reduction, but look for some new features too. Number 4, Tesla Energy. Megapacks have been successful, but what battery chemistry will they use going forward? NCA and NCM use cobalt. Will they switch to a different battery chemistry for stationary storage? Solar Roof looks great, but it has not been able to scale up. 5, artificial intelligence. 2022 was a bad year for tech stocks, but 2023 so far is looking better, and AI is back as a buzzword. We've seen Tesla Dojo supercomputer and the Optimus humanoid robot. I expect Elon to explain further how they fit into Tesla's master plan. The last and 6th thing to look out for are combined ventures. Will Tesla's Master Plan 3 include SpaceX? The two could partner together on a vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. Several other companies are working on such things and have attracted investments from other automakers. I still think the Boring Company is just an inside joke run amok. I've taken the Vegas loop and it was slow and bumpy. And then there's, Twitter. I didn't like Twitter before Elon took it over, and I like it less now, but, maybe somehow he ties the two together in some brilliant way. So there you have it. A look back at Master Plans 1 and 2, and a look forward to Master Plan 3, the 6 things I'm most interested to find out about. By the way, this is a reference to Terminator Rise of the Machines, if you didn't catch that. And if you want to catch other videos I put out about Tesla and other car-related subjects, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and like this video if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.